Hey, my name is Arian Land. Welcome to my channel, my YouTube channel, Doc's Practice Room, where we specialize in drumming. We're going to start with the foundation. You'll be able to find rudiments. You'll be able to find some drum set stuff. We got some tutorial coming about like insurance, health insurance for the entrepreneur, and we also have some things lined up in the near future of what you need to have in place if you're planning on going to college to major in music for percussion or music in general. So I'm excited. It's something new, and it's something something that I'm really excited about. So for our initial lesson for today, we're actually going to be talking about the drumstick and hand placement on the drums, on the drumstick. So we're talking about the drumstick and hand placement on the drumstick. So those are, that's a vital, it's a vital key to good playing, being, having good stick grip. All right, and knowing where to place your hand on the stick. All right. So that being said, let's talk about the drumstick. Okay, the drumstick is just like your body. Just like your body that that you're inside of. You have a head, you got a neck, you got the body, and you got your butt. Right. So the same thing. You got your head, you got your neck right here, the body of the drumstick, and you got the butt of the stick. Again, the head, the neck, body, and the butt of the stick. All right, and that's all to this drumstick. Now, this particular drumstick that I'm using today is called I believe it's called the Mike Jackson Core Master. All right, from Vic Firth. So it's a little bit, it's a marching drumstick, and I use it to practice. Kind of help build my muscles. Help really zone in on those key areas that kind of be slipping a little bit. Rudimentarily. But anyway, getting back to what I was, talking about. So this drumstick here, the next thing we need to do, we need to find out where is the sweet spot, you would call it, the sweet spot on this drumstick. Where's the sweet spot? When I mean sweet spot is, like if you have the drumstick in your hand right here, and you were to just drop it right here, where is it going to bounce the most, right? So you can't, it won't even bounce there. You come halfway, it's like you can't, it won't even move. But if you go just a little bit past halfway, right? So if you make a little hole like this right here, and let the drum sets, and let the drumstick sit in it like that right there, you can just pick it up with your opposite hand and let it drop like this here, right? And find out where does it drop the most. So if I come to where like the butt of the stick is more right here on the back end, it's not going to bounce as much. But if I come up just a little bit further, not a little bit past half, not all the way to the back, that's usually where your sweet spot is, right there like that. So, all right, and once you find it, that's where you're going to put your that's actually where you're going to grip the stick right there like that. So just finding that sweet spot right there. Now, let me go ahead and be up front with you guys. Now, when I'm playing drum set, because of the sticks are lighter, I do play at the back part of the drumstick. So is that right? I can't tell you if it's right or wrong, but I do know this right here, this format, what I'm just teaching you now, is the right format, especially like for concert band, percussion. If you just trying to just chop out whatever, chop out, do some chops, warm up, whatever like that. You don't necessarily want to hold your sticks back here all the time while you're chopping out like that right there. So it's best to find that sweet spot, right? All right, now after you have found the sweet spot on both hands, right? The next thing you want to do, we're going to develop this grip, right? So how, I'm sorry, I hit the microphone. So how somebody was going to just come and grab you like this, just going to kind of grab you, or you want to grab something like that, or you getting ready to hammer something. You grab that hammer. You don't pick up a hammer like this right here and get ready to beat a nail with it. No. We don't beat a nail like this. To hit this nail. No, we don't beat. No, you grab the hammer, correct? That's exactly what I want you to do when you grab these drumsticks. Grab the drumsticks, right? Just grab them and put your hands in front of you just like this. Now, when you do this, more than likely, if you're a newbie, and probably some of the old heads as well, when you put your sticks in front of you, you know what's going to happen is leave your sticks up. You're gonna have this gap right here between your thumb and that first knuckle right here of your pointer finger, the top knuckle. So what you want to do, you want to draw that thumb in all the way down till it reaches your knuckle right here on both sides, right? So you don't necessarily want to have a gap right here like that. So let me take this back. Is it wrong? Now, some people do play that way. Orchestral people play when they're trying to get that roll, that nice buzz roll or press roll, multiple bounce roll. They're really trying to zone for that. They'll leave a space because they're going for that finesse. They're trying to get the finesse of that buzz roll to make it so it won't sound like. You want that finesse where it sounds even. So I'm not saying I'm not saying this is an incorrect grip like this, but for the sake of learning drums and really getting the meat and potatoes of actually holding the stick, the stick to be able to play drum set and concert band, this is the approach that I'm going to give you guys. All right, so closing that gap. So if you like, just pull your thumbs in like that. Now remember, we're back out here, so we now have our thumbs down. We got them pulled in now, right? So the next thing we want to do, we want to take our wrist and turn them out like that here, right, like that. Not far as you can get them. Far as you can get them. Turn your wrist out. Don't turn them in. That's no. Don't turn them in. You want to turn them out. All right. After you turn them out like that, what you want to do, you want to come to your nose like this here, right there, and form a triangle right there. So the triangle should be like 90 degrees. If you took your sticks and did like that, there it should make a square, right? Should be like about 90 degrees. You don't want to be like this at your nose. You don't want to be like this at your nose, right? You want to be about 90 degrees right here like that, right? So you're 90 degrees at your nose, and you still have your hands placed this way because you rolled them out a few minutes ago, right? You have them rolled out. So the next thing you're going to do, you're going to go from your nose straight down to your pad, to your drum, whatever you got going on, right? And then you're going to have your grip right here. This is called the match grip. This is match grip, right? Everything's matching. Your left hand is matching your right hand, and your right hand is matching your left hand, right? Now, there are 3 variations of the match grip. Okay? So when you arrived here, when you came down from your nose, you should be in what we call the German match grip. All right? This is the German grip. All right? German. The way you know this is the German grip is 2 ways you know. Your palms are flat down right here, not out, but they're they're just flat, right? Your palms are flat, and then another way you can look at it is your nails of your thumbs are looking at each other, right? So your left nail is looking at your right nail, and your right thumbnail is looking at your left thumbnail, right? So they're looking at each other. That is called the German grip. Now from there, there's 2 other grips, all right? So we're going to bypass the other one and go to the farthest one. So if you take your hand and roll it all the way up, and where your thumbnails are looking straight up in the ceiling, right? They're going up in the ceiling, looking straight up in the ceiling. We call that the French grip. That's the French grip. You see this a lot of times with metal drummers blasting, or you may see it in concert or orchestral playing when somebody's playing the timpani drum like that. They'll use that French grip like that. So that's where you will see the French grip. Now, when you play drum set, little side nugget, you use all the grips. Because if you hear like this right here, you might be an American, or you might be on French on your hi-hat or whatever. Then when you get ready to go for a run, you come around, your hands are automatically just going from here and they're rolling, right? So they're always in between the French and German. So now getting back to our grips, right? So we had the French with our thumbs up, had Germans with our palms down, right? So in between is the American. Is the American grip. So in between is the American grip. All right? So we got German, American, French. G-A-F. G-A-F. German, American, and French. All right? These are your grips for the match grip, okay? So just take some time to really try to grab hold, to trying to find the sweet spot of the drumstick, and then from there, go through the little formations that that I told you to do. Out front, bring your thumbs down. You don't want your thumbs over to the left. You don't want your thumbs to the right. You want them straight down on the drumstick, because you get like that, and you'll get like that. You throw them over to the left and to the right. No, just bring your thumb straight down where it's meeting the knuckle right there, right? And after it meets the knuckle here, and then after it meets the knuckle there, roll your wrist out, right? Roll your wrist out, come to your nose, right there, 90-degree angle, and come down right here like that, and that is your German grip. And I do a lot of my playing in the German/American, the American style approach of holding my drumsticks. Every now and then I use the French approach, but I will say this though, from the French approach though, that's where you find like the bulk of a lot of your speed. If you really want to go really fast like that, because the French approach, you'll be utilizing more of your fingers, right? And your fingers are way more faster than your wrists, right? So that's what that is. So now, all that said is all that comes down to fulcrum, right? Your fulcrum. Fulcrum is the pivotal point of where the stick is going to move, right? So that's what this is where we're going to get into the next lesson, talking about our 4 different strokes. Okay, so the next lesson we'll be talking about the 4 different strokes, and these 4 different strokes are, once you develop and build them, are going to help you within your rudiments. I started to say 40 essential rudiments more, but there are way more than 40 essential rudiments. You got hybrid rudiments and so on and so on. So, the dynamics of each is just so great. So, but it all boils down to some basic principles. I promise you, it all boils down to some basic principles. Once you get these basic principles, you should be able to do pretty much any rudiment or any riff you want to do. But you have to spend some time in developing, which we will learn in our next lesson, the 4 different strokes. So once you develop those, everything will open up to you. So, and then I'll give you some tactics about the 4 different rudiments that that you will need, that will open up the rest of the rudiments to you. So, all right. So that's just that's the little nugget for today. Take this, all right. Just practice it for today. We don't want to go fast. One thing about drumming, it's not microwavable, meaning you can't just throw it in there and it get done really fast, right? It can, but then one thing, you got to practice. Even if you put a whole chicken in the microwave, it's got to stay longer than if you put like one chicken leg in. If you put a whole chicken, it's got to stay longer, right? So drumming is the whole chicken, if I can say it that way. You just can't put one little thing in there and expect it to be done over that fast. No, you got to build. You got to build this thing up. It's like building a house. Build the foundation, build the walls, and then put the roof on it. Then you got your nice, sweet home. And then wherever you play, you'll be able to, you're in that house, and you're able to go to the master bedroom, or you can go to the kitchen and whatever, and dine, dine in the kitchen or whatever, or in the dining room, or whip up something in the kitchen or something like that. But anyway, you have to take your time and build it. It's nothing you can do really fast. So take your time. All right. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this quick little lesson. Be back. It's gonna there'll be a lesson 11 o'clock every day, Monday through Friday. There's gonna be a lesson every day, Monday through Friday. This is your first one, and more to come. All right. Do me one favor. Do me a great favor. Please hit the bell and subscribe to my channel for me, please. And one more thing. Please share this with somebody. So take care. I will see you on tomorrow back in our next lesson. Peace.